Hi, my name is Tammy, and I am from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and I am 36 years old, and let me see, my BMI is 42, I weigh 220 pounds, and what else am I forgetting? I have a lot of health problems, mostly related to my weight. I have type 2 diabetes, and I take a lot of medication for that, insulin dependent type 2. I'm on like metformin and cholesterol medication, baby Tylenol, or not baby Tylenol, baby aspirin. Just too much medication to remember, really. Anyway, this is my first video, and I've never done anything like this before, and I would like to try to provide some help, information to other people. I know that this process of trying to find information about weight loss, especially in Ontario, was frustrating to say the least. I think I found maybe one or two, most of them from the States. That's not to say that they weren't helpful, but there's a lot of differences between how things are done there and how things are done here. As far as this is concerned anyways. Let me see, I went through the healthcare stuff, where I live. It is now July 28th, 2010, and I guess I'll start with the government, how it works. So, as I stated, I live in Ontario, Canada, and the government will pay for weight loss surgery if it is medically necessary. And to determine whether it's medically necessary or not, a potential patient has to meet what they call comorbid conditions with minimum BMI numbers. So, for example, a minimum BMI of 35 plus a comorbid condition. I know that diabetes is one of those conditions. I honestly can't remember any other ones. My whole life is consumed by diabetes. But the information is available on the OHIP. I can't remember what they call it now, but if you put in OHIP Ontario, you can find your way through that stuff. And the technical pages are actually called Schedule of Benefits, and it is tedious. You sort of got to scroll through stuff and read through the lingo. But it's there. It is there. And there is actually an easier way. Pick up the phone, call Service Canada, tell them that you want information about it, and they'll give you the appropriate numbers for your province. Okay, so anyways, I began this process, well, the information process began some time ago. I was actually looking for the government, through the government website, to see if they had a program to cover the removal of, oops, sorry about that, removal of my pannus. It's the technical term for a fat flap on my stomach. I think some people call it excess skin. Sometimes it's referred to as apron, I think. Skin apron, something like that. But pannus just seems more or less embarrassing to say. So anyways, I was looking through the pages of the Schedule of Benefits to find this thing about the pannus, and of course it was there, and they have their own conditions as to whether you can qualify or not. But then I came across the weight loss thing, and I sort of asked myself, why didn't I consider this? I mean, yes, removing the pannus would have helped the diabetes because it would have been just less weight on my body, but weight loss, it can put my diabetes in remission. And I think, I have 3 children. 2 of them are quite young, 5 and 4, or soon to be 4. And I've worked hard to get where I am. I've fought through a lot of mental health issues, and I mean, granted, I'm still struggling with some, but I put a lot of work into it, and I deserve to live my life and to stop surviving it, And now it just seems that my health is my next hurdle. Maybe not next, but I'm in a place to deal with it, I think. Anyways, blah blah blah. I tend to babble on. If there's any questions that anybody has about this or the process in Ontario anyways, I'd be happy to answer any specific questions. I don't want to bore people with all the the small details of things like the centers of excellence and getting surgery done outside of Canada and how to go through all that sort of stuff, unless it's relevant to somebody out there. So this is my first video ever. I'm still trying to get used to this camera. It's not focusing very quickly when I move, so I feel like I'm very stiff. Don't move more than a centimeter in either direction. Yeah, I guess that's it. So we'll talk soon. Thanks.